Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Saturday, December 20th, NBA college basketball. We've got a boatload of games all over the place here in basketball. So welcome back or welcome aboard, whether you've been here before or first time joining us. All of our shows here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial in the comment section as well as the YouTube channel page. Make sure you check that out. Get those 7 days for free by signing in that link. Also, our private Discord channel available for all of you out there as well. Could join a couple hundred plus members that love doing the same thing you do, sports wagering. Get all of our action early before we put it out for the public. Get bonus material, stuff we do not put out for the public, such as Formula One, golf, UFC, WNBA. We don't have public shows for those. So you can get additionals besides what we're putting down, get all of our unit sizes, get ahead of line moves and juice moves as well by joining the Discord channel. You find that link in the comment section of this episode and the YouTube channel page. We're going to get started. Like I said, we have got a boatload of games to get through. We're going to start off in college basketball. That's where the earlier part of the day is, and we'll get started. Michigan State gets the early tab one more time. What can be said about the Sparty? They played pretty well. Didn't do as much favors in a cover in the last weekend, but we expect this early game on Saturday to be a little bit different. Hosting Oakland, 19.5 is the line here. We love us some Sparty in this one. Minus 10.5 in the first half, minus 19.5 for the game. Next game we are on, we looked at that Louisville, Montana, skipped over that one. We also looked at Kansas State, but the line was a little heftier. We were hoping it would be under 20. But we are playing at 12:30 Eastern time, Kentucky and St. John's. This game played in Atlanta, State Farm Arena. Kentucky finally showed up in their last game. St. John's been pretty solid so far for the season. I mean, they haven't beat some upper echelon teams. I don't think Kentucky's one of those upper echelon teams. I honestly think they're right where top 30 team, maybe top 32 team, but beyond that, I just don't know if they've got enough firepower or if they figured out how to use it yet. St. John's in this one for us, minus 1.5 first half and minus 2 for the game. Next game up, also at 12:30 Eastern time. Dayton is at home where they are 7-0 going against Liberty. Dayton 9-3, Liberty 7-3. Dayton favored by 10.5 here. The number's a slight high. We would love to get this thing below 10, but we're still pretty confident here at the 10.5. We do like Dayton to cover this one, minus 5.5 first half and minus 10.5 for the game. Next game we're on is going to be at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Buffalo travels to Kalamazoo to face off against Western Michigan. 9-2 Buffalo against 5-6 Western Michigan. Buffalo favored by 1.5, 1, depending on what book you're at. We're just going to make this simple. We'll just take the money line here with Buffalo. Money line first half and then money line for the game. Next game we're on. North Carolina, as soon as we can find it. Ohio State. This game also the CBS Sports Classic played at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, so another neutral site game here. North Carolina, I will say this. The one game they lost was against Michigan State, and they got crushed, right? No, and the main reason for it was shooting. So as long as their shooting's halfway decent, they should be able to control this game against Ohio State. They've got more than enough athletes to go. They play a little bit better defense, I think, than they do as well. North Carolina, minus 2 in the first half, minus 3.5 for the game. Next game up, or that we're on anyway, is there's so many college basketball games. You could just spend a lifetime here on this Saturday playing all of them. Arkansas and Houston, 5:30 Eastern time frame. Really excited to see this matchup here. The Never Forget Tribute Classic played up in Newark. Houston favored by 4.5. So Houston's 10-1. Not going to deny their record, but they have beat Powder Puffs upon Powder Puff. Sister of the Poor, Cripple is where they gotten all their wins. They haven't played a bunch of stiff competition yet, and the one they did, they lost. Now, On the other side of the coin, Arkansas has played quite a few upper echelon teams. They're 9-2 coming in this. I honestly think Houston's going to win this game outright, but I'm going to stuff the 4.5 points instead. Arkansas is going to win this game outright. Arkansas plus 2.5 first half, plus 4.5 for the game. Next game we are on, Auburn, Purdue. This game a neutral site game as well. The Indy Classic. Purdue favored by 8.5. This is the same Purdue team I saw get their butts clocked by Iowa State a couple weeks ago at home, losing by 20 plus. I understand Auburn isn't as good as it's been in the last couple years, but Auburn's good enough to hang within 8.5 here. Auburn plus 4.5 first half and plus 8.5 for the game. Next game we're on, Duke, Texas Tech. This game played at Madison Square Garden. A little neutral site action here as well. Duke plays there a lot more than Texas Tech does, that's for sure. Dukie's favored by 8.5 in this one. Texas Tech, to be really honest, they've kept a lot of games that they should have blown out some teams close, and then they've looked like, and they come in 8-3, not a horrible record, but a lot more was expected out of this Tech team. Duke coming in at 11-0. They're ready to rock and fire here. I think they crushed Tech in this one, to be really honest. Duke minus 5.5 first half, 9.5 for the game. I know it went a point in your favor there as well, but we love the Dukies there in that one. Then we'll finish up the night in college basketball. Late game on the board, 10:30 Eastern time. Arizona Wildcats. They're playing in Phoenix, not in Tucson, hosting San Diego State. I honestly thought this line was going to be over 15, so we were really excited to catch this at 14.5. But San Diego State will present maybe a couple problems early, but I expect the Wildcats to really dominate the second half of this game and probably win this thing by 20 plus. Arizona minus 7.5 first half, minus 14.5 for the game. Now we're going to flip over to the NBA. What a Friday night it was in the NBA. Celtics had to come back to win. 76ers upset the Knicks at home. Spurs looked dominant. Bulls went to beat the Cavs back-to-back games, and the Thunder lose. So the Thunder, who were 25-1 or 24-1, now all of a sudden 25-3. The Thunder got off to an early lead too in that game. They were up 10 in the first quarter, but all of a sudden they could not make a freaking basket. This is the one downfall of the Thunder team that they need a three-point shooter, something like desperately to spread the floor, give SGA some more room. Chet didn't hit threes. He didn't hit his first one, and I swear, I don't know what it is with Chet. If he hits his first one, he's going to have a fantastic game. If he doesn't, you might as well just bet and play under. Like, even if you got an over point bet, if he misses his first three, here's the live betting tip of the day. Watch Chet Holmgren in the first part of the game. If he makes his first three, he's going over points. If he misses his first three, he's going under. I don't know why. It just seems to always be the case with Chet. But anyway, we don't have the Thunder on Saturday, so we don't got to worry about them, right? Even though we love the Thunder, I think that, if they can figure out how to pick up a three-point shooter before the trade deadline, everybody watch the frick out. We're going to start off at 5 o'clock Eastern time frame. We got a standalone game, and it's a good one. We're not getting stuck with like Nets Pacers or something to start off the NBA slate. We're getting Rockets Nuggets. Who's not excited for this one? I totally pumped here to see this game. So far, the Nuggets have won both of these season series games. They got one at the end of November. They won by 3. They just won an OT about 5 days ago in Denver as well. They won 128-125. For this game, Eason is out still. Finney Smith still out. Van Vliet, of course, out. Peyton Watson, game time decision. Christian Braun and Aaron Gordon both out. So about what they've been running with now for the last week or so. Denver is slight favorite here. I'm not surprised. They've won both games. It's going to be interesting to see. The Rockets they're 8-6 on the road. They're starting to lose a few more games now, 16-8. They started off real hot, and Denver's coming along, and that home record's getting better now at 8-4, 20-6 overall. Here's the thing. The last couple games, it's been nothing but Jamal Murray, and it's been a lot of Jokic, obviously, right? But they're missing. Gordon does contribute quite a few points, 15-plus points a game. Christian Braun was kind of like that fourth scorer and did help out when the second unit was in as well. But they've figured out how to weather the storm. Total 236 in this one. To be really honest, if you want to play the over and skip the side, I'm with you as well if you want to go that route. But we're just going to do Nuggets money line, first quarter, first half in game. Durant has been scoring the ball well lately, and there should be plenty of opportunities to score in this one, 25-plus points. Alfred Sengun, 10-plus rebounds. Sengun, 9-plus field goals. Valanciunas, by the way, 8-plus points. He's hit this in like 7 consecutive games. Amen Thompson, 30-plus par as well. Amen Thompson has really had a breakout season for the Rockets. Really good to see as he's going to be one hell of a ball player moving forward. Next game up, 7 o'clock Eastern time frame, Mavs and the 76ers. So the 76ers coming off a back-to-back. Nice win against the Knicks on the road. Very nice win. Now, they're only 8-7 at home, 15-11 overall. The Mavs, 3-7 on the road, 11-17 overall. Here's the thing with this one. A little bit of disadvantage for the 76ers here playing that back-to-back, but at least not the fourth game in 5 days, right? So that's a plus. Cooper Flagg's been a monster as of lately. Maxey has been all season long. For the Mavs, Klay Thompson, game-time decision. Anthony Davis, game-time decision. And still Kyrie out till now. They've moved that back from the start of the year to middle of February. Derek Lively, obviously out, and X out for the season. Joel Embiid, still game-time decision. Watford, Oubre, also out. And then Hunter Salas, also game-time decision. Don't know if Embiid's going to play. And to be really honest, I'm okay either way. Embiid doesn't really make the impact. I think they're so used to playing without him. He doesn't make as big an impact when he's missing a game anymore. That being said, this line is close. Philly favored by 1.5, 227.5 total. Like I said, Cooper Flagg's really come on, I think, the last couple weeks, but we do like Philly in this spot being at home. 76ers money line, first quarter, first half, and game. Maxey for 3+ threes. Slightly juicy, but normally we played him for 4 yesterday, and he cashed that one pretty early, so 3 on this one. Maxey, 25+ points. That number's also come down. It seems like to me the bookmakers think Embiid's going to play here. Flagg, 10+ rebounds and assists. Flagg, 4+ assists. So not a ton of player props in that game, but really like the ones that we've got. All of those guys have had multiple games in a row that hit those numbers. 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. Celtics at the Raptors. So Celtics come off a nice win on Friday. Now they got to go to Toronto, a little back-to-back, and they're still a 1.5-point favorite here in this one. Brandon Ingram the last 4 or 5 games has been really hot. Just keep that. Jaylen Brown once again hits 30 points. Let's see. For the Celtics, only Ron Harper Jr. is going to be a game-time decision. Podol, still going to be a game-time decision for the Raptors. And it looks like R.J. Barrett's going to be out at least until Sunday. He might have a possibility of coming back there. They have been without R.J. Barrett for some time. I don't know if they haven't played extremely well, but well enough. They're still 17-11, 8-6 at home. The Celtics are above 500 on the road at 7-6, 16-11. The Celtics have been playing well because Derek White is scoring the basketball. He's hitting threes, which allows a lot more room for Jaylen Brown to do a lot what Jaylen Brown does, which is attack the basket. Now, the one guy that's been maybe a little bit off for a little while here has been Peyton Pritchard offensively, but he is solid. He does give tons of effort. He's a little small, so when it comes to, like, if they make the playoffs, they're going to pick on Peyton Pritchard quite a bit. Queta, he basically gets 15 points and rebounds combined every game, gives them some solid defense. But Anthony Simons is kind of a key for them. If Anthony Simons scores the basketball, the Celtics are really hard to beat because they just add that additional shooter. He has not been doing that, so they've had to skate by in some games. But thank God Derek White's been hot. I think he had 6+ threes in Friday's game. We do like the Celtics here. We'll lay the 1.5, -0.5 first quarter, -0.5 first half, 1.5 for the game. Brown, once again, is at 30+ points. When Brown's at 30 right now, you got to take advantage. Queta, we mentioned this in the last episode and the last game before that for the Celtics, under 19.5 points and rebounds. It's a ridiculous number in this one. I think out of the 27 games this season. He's went under that number right around 24 times. We just keep going to the well because they don't heavily juice that play either in that one. Quickly for the Raptors, under 26.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Jaylen Brown for 7+ rebounds was plus money on Hard Rock. Pritchard under 26.5 par. Like we mentioned, he has been struggling, especially scoring the ball. And Walsh for the Celtics, 2+ points in the first quarter only. Murray Boyles under 3.5 rebounds as well. Next game up, Pacers, Pelicans, 7 o'clock Eastern time at the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. If you haven't watched the Pelicans lately, they have been a cover machine here as of late. Now, they're not winning boatloads of ball games as they're still 6-22 and 4-12 at home, but they are facing those lowly Pacers, 6-21 with one road win all season long, 1-11 on the road. This game here, what we're looking at injury-wise, we're still going to be without Ben Shepherd for the Pacers. Neesmith still out. Obi Toppin obviously out. Halliburton obviously out. And then Tony Bradley also a game-time decision. DeJounte Murray still looks like it might be a January return, hopefully for DeJounte. I think that's going to really – I'll be really honest with you. There is a lot of young guards for the Pelicans. I think it's going to add even more to the, more cumbersome there. I really like what we see out of Fears so far. And Derek Queen, the two rookies, have looked really good. They're just rookies, so they're not going to add up to a lot of wins, but they do make some really nice plays. And, you'd hate to see those guys lose time. So maybe Murray's going to be on the block once he gets healthy because he should have a solid month before the All-Star break to show off what he can do. All that being said, like I said, the Pelicans have been hot here lately covering the number. They're a 3.5-point favorite. You're not going to find them as a favorite too often. That's why we're just going to go to the money line here. Pelicans money line first quarter, first half, and game. Derek Queen, 8+ rebounds. Sadiq Bey, 6+ rebounds. Trey Murphy's been hot scoring the ball, 7+ field goals. Derek Queen, I really like what Queen can do. The problem, same with Fears, like we mentioned, the problem is the turnovers with these guys. Derek Queen, 3+ turnovers. Mathurin is plus money at 3+ turnovers, and he's hit that in 5 consecutive. Jeremiah Fears, also plus money at 4+ assists. He's hit that in 5 out of his last 6. Trey Murphy, 20+ points in that one as well. Now, next game up, Pistons, Hornets. In Detroit, Little Caesars Arena. Here's the problem with the Pistons as of late. They just have not been covering the number. The Hornets have been, but they're on the road again. This seems like a lot of road games here. Knuppel, by the way, probably still leading the way, I'm assuming, for, a rookie of the year. He's been fan-freaking-tastic. For the Hornets, Colin Sexton is up to a game-time decision. Connaughton as well as a game-time decision. Trey Mann, game-time decision. Grant Williams still out till after Christmas. For the Pistons, Duncan Robinson, Isaac Jones, and Caris LeVert, all game-time decisions. The Pistons are probably going to win this game. The question is, are they going to win by 10.5? The Hornets only 3-10 on the road. Pistons are 10-2 at home. But like I said, against the number, it's been a little bit of a struggle lately for the Pistons. Trust me, we've lost some there. It all boils down to this. Is Cade Cunningham, you'll notice, he's not hitting his par numbers, points, assists, rebounds number. He's not hitting his points number. When he does not score, they still can win ball games. They just tend not to cover because they're going to be substantial favorites when you're 21-6. I mean, you're still one of the best teams out there, right? So Cade needs to think offense first and get everybody else involved after that. But all that being said, there's no way on God's green earth we're going to play the Hornets here. So it is the Pistons. We'll lay the 2.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 10.5 for the game. Asur Thompson, not playing as well as his brother, Men Thompson, but man, he has really made some strides in his third season here. 14+ points and assists combined. Knuppel, 26+ par. He's been absolutely fantastic for the Hornets. The Hornets are going to have to figure out the rotation with him, Miller, Bridges, and if Ball can stay healthy. Obviously, Ball's the point guard, but the other three are kind of a lot of not necessarily 3 and D guys, but between Bridges, Miller, and Knuppel, a lot of similarities in games. The guys that like to shoot 3, guys that are bigger, things of that nature. So they might have to figure some things out, but when you're drafting that high in the draft, you don't take best based upon need. You take on best position available, best player available, and figure out the rest later. I'm surprised they re-signed Bridges, to be really honest, but I mean, it kind of is what it is, I guess, with them. They're not necessarily, they haven't been known to be the smartest franchise on earth. LaMelo Ball, 19 plus points. Diabate under 11.5 points and rebounds. Cade Cunningham, we think, is going to get the offense going first. 11 plus field goals. That is plus money on Hard Rock. Knuppel, 7 plus field goals. LaMelo, 8 plus assists. We always love his number when it's over 7.5. And Knuppel, 18 plus points. He's played better for a rookie. Normally, it's always at home where they play better. It's been a little bit of the opposite for Knuppel. His numbers are a little bit better on the road in that one. Next game up, we're on. And, next game up in the NBA. We're always on the NBA games. 8 o'clock Eastern time frame. Wizards travel to Memphis, FedEx Forum, playing the Grizzlies, where the Grizzlies are 6-7 at home. But good news, the Wizards are 2-12 on the road, 4-21 overall. Grizzlies almost back up to 500. They're a 10.5 point favorite here, which is a lot for the Grizzlies to be a 10. But it is the Wizards, right? I mean, it is the Wizards. Corey Kispert's still out. He would help the Wizards. He does stretch the floor pretty nice. Corey Kispert to the Thunder, by the way, if they could figure that out, that would be something that the Thunder would need to consider. And then Middleton's a game time decision as well. For the Grizzlies, Vince Williams is out. John Morant's out, so both their point guards. Concher's out. Javon Small out and Zach Edey out. Is it just me, or do the Grizzlies always have 5 guys that are out? It has been for the last multiple years, and still they figure out a way to hang around 500 with a bunch of guys that you're like, who the hell is this guy playing fantasy basketball? Trust me, you're trying to search for everything you can, but it ends up normally being a Grizzly. Anyway, we are rolling with the Grizzlies here, even with the MASH unit. They have played better without Morant, to be really honest, so probably a blessing in disguise. Grizzly minus 2.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 10.5 for the game. One of the reasons why they've played better probably without Morant is this gentleman named Cam Spencer, and that's the first place we're going player prop. 23 plus points, assists, rebounds combined. He has had one hell of a season so far. Sarr for the Wizards, 8 plus rebounds, 7 plus field goals. The only one he really has to contend with on the interior is going to be Jaren Jackson Jr., who's decided he doesn't want to play defense anymore. Cam Spencer, 15 plus points. Cam Spencer, 5 plus field goals. That might be the steal of the deal there. 15 points and only need 5 field goals. Got to like the math on that one. Aldama under 7.5 rebounds. We're going back to that one. He did get over 8 plus last time, but he had so many games in a row where he was getting 7 or less. Had to go back there one more time. And Clark for the Grizzlies, 4 plus field goals. Next game up. Man, I love talking basketball. We had a full slate yesterday of NBA. We got a full slate today. Suns and the Warriors, my friends, at 8:30 Eastern time frame at the Chase Center, San Francisco, Golden State, where these guys just played on Thursday, and the Suns pulled off a 99-98 win late. And this is game 1. They did play early in November where the Warriors did win by 11 at home. This one here, go run through the injury report. Looks like Livers is a game-time decision. Grayson Allen, game-time decision. Jalen Green, it's very unfortunate for the Suns. I think we only got to see him 1 or 2 games for this season. I love watching Jalen Green play basketball because it's helter-skelter, in high tops. He's not due back till after Christmas. And Brea is a game-time decision as well with his concussion. Seth Curry is going to be out. They did sign him. He'll be out for a little bit. And Al Horford, everybody was excited in Golden State land for Horford, and he hasn't been able to play. Might be back for Christmas Day next week is the earliest they think he could come back there. Warriors favored by 5.5 currently, 227.5 total. So in the 2 games, obviously they didn't hit 200 in the game just played in Phoenix. I don't know if the Warriors could have shot any worse. They played to 225 in game 1 early November. So if you're looking at a total, if you just like playing totals, which a lot of people do, We didn't play it, but I'd probably look to the under in this one here. Warriors -1.5 first quarter, -3 for the first half, 5.5 for the game. Booker under 30.5 points and assists. So I don't really know what's going on with Devin Booker. He wasn't scoring before he got hurt, and he's still not scoring. You know, we used to see Booker put up 30-point nights like crazy. This is a guy that has scored 70 in a game in Boston Garden before, but all of a sudden he can't seem to score at the rate he was previously. So, but you just got to roll with it, right? Quentin Post, 18+ par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Post, 1+ steal. He's actually done this in 4 consecutive games. And Steph Curry, 28+ points. There was a lot of back and forth on a lot of props. A lot of these guys, anytime you get into the Warriors, I will give you, if you like playing player props, it is some of the most inconsistent numbers you will ever see between the Warriors. They have a lot of guys that, like, they'll hit it first day, miss it the second day, hit it the next day, miss it the second. A lot of back and forth. These guys search for the open guy, so it's not consistent from the players that are on the floor. Not to say that it's bad. It's just it's hard on player props. They're 7-4 at home, though, expecting them to take care of this one against the Suns. And they're only 13-15. If they don't watch out, they're going to be out of the playoffs one more time. 9:30 Eastern time frame. Magic and Jazz. This might actually be one of my favorite games on the board. I'm one of those crazy people that like watching the Jazz play basketball when they're at home, right? I just do, because the games normally are just sometimes played in the 280s. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like defense optional wouldn't even be a thing. Does anybody even just let them run down the floor and dunk or shoot threes or do whatever they want to do? In today's NBA, if it was 5-on-0, they'd probably still shoot a three. So I do like watching them home. They're getting 7.5 here from the Magic. The Magic's defense on the road, definitely better. I mean, at home, better than on the road. Here's what's going on in the injury report. Jonathan Isaac, game time. Jalen Suggs, game time. Tristan Da Silva, game time. The Wagner brothers are both out at least until after Christmas. Thank God Franz isn't going to be out the whole season the way that thing looked. Markkanen might be back. He's a game-time decision on this one. And Nang is still going to be out till the first of the year. And, of course, their big blow earlier in the season was losing Walter Kessler for the year. Now, they are getting 7.5. I'll take that. Total of 239.5. If you like overs, might be a good time to play one as well. We thought the value here was with the Jazz. Jazz are 7-8 at home, by the way. The Magic 5-7 on the road. The Jazz 10-16 overall. We do have a season-long ticket on over 17.5 wins. If you've been following us that long, that was our biggest season-long bet. So we're getting close. We're 26 games through. We only need 8 more wins. I'm pretty happy about that so far. I think they got a good chance to win this one outright. If you want to sprinkle on something, it's never a bad idea to take plus money on the Jazz at home. You're probably going to end up ahead. Like I said, they're almost 500, and I know they've been plus 200 on a majority of those wins. So Jazz plus 2.5 first quarter, plus 4.5 first half, 7.5 for the game. Desmond Bane under 7.5 field goals. He's definitely struggled. He scores better at home for sure. Svi for the Jazz, 2+ threes. Banchero, 8+ rebounds. Desmond Bane, once again, under 10.5 rebounds and assists. And as we continue to pick on Desmond Bane, under 32.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Next game up, 10 o'clock Eastern time frame, Blazers, Kings. Yeah, we just saw this one, didn't we? We sure did. We just saw this game on the 18th. Blazers won by 1 on the that was at Portland. My apologies. Now they're coming back 2 days later. They're going to play at Sacramento. That was a heck of a game, too. 134-133 in that matchup. Did go to overtime. To give you a little injury report, Jeremiah Grant, game time decision. Scoot's still out till after Christmas. Drew Holiday's still out till after Christmas. Thybulle's still out till at least next week. And Blake Wesley still out till February. For the Kings, bad news. Sabonis got pushed back a month. So it's going to be probably the 20th of January or so before we see him. Doug McDermott, game time decision. Zach LaVine, once again, is going to be out. He's probably out till Christmas. Drew Eubanks going to be out till January-ish sometime. Trailblazers favored by 4.5 here on the road. They were a 4.5-point favorite at home. I just think they got behind in that game early to the Kings. Westbrook kind of was going crazy. 236.5 total. If you just want to play totals, this is one of those games where you go over. We like the Blazers better, so therefore we're on the Blazers minus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Denny Avita, 42 plus par, points, assists, rebounds. Kamara, 3+ threes. Sharp, who's been hot lately, 33 plus par, points, assists, rebounds. Russell Westbrook, 4+ points in the first quarter for all of you that like playing the first quarter bets only. Schroeder, under 15.5 points and rebounds. He's went under on this number like 16 out of 17 games. It's ridiculous. And then under 20.5 par, it's close to that same number that we just mentioned on the points and rebounds. Shannon Sharp, or Mr. Sharp, 3+ threes. He's really come along this season. The big key for him is going to be staying healthy. There is good plus money on that Sharp 3+ threes at Hard Rock as well. Donovan Clingan, 10+ rebounds in that one. All right, we got one game left. Like we said, we had a big slate of basketball today. 10:30 Eastern time frame. The Clippers and the Lakers. Let's see here. Lakers, one of the best road teams. This is at the Intuit Dome, by the way. That stadium looks fantastic. Clippers 3-8 at home, 6-21. It's about time for the Clippers almost to write off the season. If that's the case, are there going to be trades made? I am absolutely curious to see what the Clippers are going to do, because that Western Conference, you could go on a 15-game winning streak right now. The Clippers could, and they're still not in the playoffs. That's how tough that West is, and that's how far they fell behind. Harden looks like he's going to be back. I don't know what the Clips are going to do. Who do you trade? I don't know if anybody wants to trade for Harden or Kawhi, just because the salaries are so ridiculously high. Lakers favored by 2.5. This did open at 3.5, 230.5 total. And if it's a Lakers road game, even though it's only an hour away, it's probably going to be an over. Ayton's going to be out. Rui Hachimura is going to be a game time decision. Austin Reeves out again. Gabe Vincent out again. For the Clippers, Cam Christie game time decision. Derek Jones out till the new year. Bradley Beal obviously was out for the season. And a guy I can't pronounce, Yannick Coman, whoever, is out until Christmas as well. This game here is really simple. I believe the Clips, if I'm not mistaken, have lost I want to say almost. They haven't covered at least, I think, 10 in a row at home, right around that number. I could be off a game. I apologize. Like I said, the Lakers, even though they're not going to have Austin Reeves and they're not going to have Ayton, you still got Luka. You still got Jared Vanderbilt's played pretty nice. Marcus Smart has played pretty decently. LeBron, obviously. We do like the Lakers here. I don't know how you could, even if you're the diehard Clippers fan, how you could actually play them, even with 2.5 points the way they've played. Lakers -0.5 first quarter, 1.5 first half, 2.5 for the game. Harden under 8.5 assists. Zubac for the Clippers, 2+ turnovers. Kawhi, 6+ points in the first quarter for all of you that love the first quarter plays. And then Marcus Smart, 1+ block, was pretty heavy, like +210. And he's gotten a block at least 4 out of his last 5 games. So former defensive player of the year, maybe he gets a guy going to the hoop, something to that effect to help that out. All right, that's going to be a rundown of college basketball, NBA basketball for Saturday, December 20th. If you like the content you're seeing here, please do us a favor. Throw a like, share the episode, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, leave a comment. All that stuff is absolutely free. All it does is cost you maybe 20 seconds of your life. Well worth the time. It's great. It shows a great appreciation. Whether it's my show or anybody else's, show love for the creators out there that are putting the content out that you like. Doesn't cost you a penny to do so on that end of things. All of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. If you want to find out where the money's coming in on the books, at each individual book. If you want to get great bet ideas that hit at 60, 70, 80, 90%. If you want to find extra value bets that are available as well, where the line should be -120 and it's +110. So you're getting a ton of value for your play. You can do all that at Outlier. Plus you can make multiple bets from multiple books that you're a part of as well and store them all in one place just by syncing those apps up with Outlier. 7-day free trial is going to be in the comment section as well as the YouTube channel page. And the private Discord channel. I know I haven't been on live for over a month. It's been a lot of health issues. I will say this, you get a lot of stuff from us on the Discord that used to get on the live. We're going to be trying to get back to the lives here soon, but we've been dealing with some health issues. We got enough energy to put out the nightly episodes for most of it, but the live shows do take a lot of effort. So if you want that kind of feel, a lot of the people that are on the lives are in the Discord as well. You can get in there. There's a couple hundred plus members. You chit chat back and forth. I mean, there's a lot that people that don't talk, but there's a good group of 50 to 75 that are constantly chatting back and forth. You're going to get all of our bets early. You're going to get our unit sizes. You're going to get bonus material that we put out for WNBA, UFC, Formula One, golf, all that kind of stuff. You're going to get that additional that we don't put out for the public. Plus, you're going to get all of our bets early to get ahead of line moves, juice moves, and all that kind of fun stuff. Just for an example, the NFL didn't start out till what? College football, they might have had a week ahead of time sometimes. NFL, a couple days ahead of time, at least to get ahead of some line moves before the day ofs. Basketball and baseball are a little bit tighter. Those lines normally only come around the day before, but the Discord is there to help you make money, show you all the things we're playing, all of our heaviest unit bets. That way you go play those first. And just have a lot of fun doing what you love doing, which is sports wagering. That's why you're spending the time watching the show, right? So make sure you jump on in. The link will be in the comments section as well as the YouTube channel page. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your continued support. We do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.